In 1997, Middlesbrough are seeking their first ever piece of major silverware, having lost the League Cup final earlier in the season. Chesterfield had started the competition back in the first round and had performed wonders to reach this stage. Middlesbrough were making their first ever appearance in an FA Cup semi-final. Manager Brian Robson had captained Manchester United to 3 FA Cup triumphs during his time as a player, and was looking to foreign stars Ravanelli and Juninho to help emulate that success. Chesterfield were attempting to be the first club from the third tier of English football to reach the final, having already dispatched a top-flight opposition in the form of Nottingham Forest in round 5. Old Trafford was the setting for one of the most exciting and controversial semi-finals in years.
Come the two sides, and what a roar will greet the players of Chesterfield of Division 2 and Middlesbrough of the Premier League, both playing in their first ever FA Cup semi-finals. The winners will meet Chelsea at Wembley on the 17th of May. So this is the way the two teams will square up to one another. And we'll look at Middlesbrough first, with a combined value of £22.5 million. There was a late scare over their brilliant Brazilian Juninho, who sustained an ankle injury at West Ham in midweek, but he says he's okay, and so just as at Wembley, he'll play behind Ravanelli and Beck. Chesterfield's starting 11 was signed for just £350,000, yet sharing the same stage as Ravanelli and Juninho will be 6'4" striker Andy Morris, who cost £500 and a bag of footballs to Rotherham United. And Sean Dyche, whose most memorable act during an apprenticeship with Nottingham Forest was the job of tending to the roses in Brian Clough's garden. So a wonderful atmosphere building here at Old Trafford. The 15th time the FA Cup semi-final has been staged at this famous ground, belonging to Manchester United, and for these Chesterfield supporters, well, it really is a dream come true. The boys in blue of Chesterfield against the men in red of Middlesbrough. And there's Morris with his first touch, and he wasn't a bad one either, an angled header. Up it goes from Holland, and again Morris will use his height, but he was countered by Vickers. It's now for Davies, who'll turn, and Holland. Chesterfield settling okay. Williams now tries from long range, and that may well have been part of John Duncan's strategy today, to say to the players, get in as many early shots as you possibly can. Williams is, well, you can see how close he is to the halfway line when he thrashes this one in and over. Well, I saw one or two pundits and pre-match predictions suggesting it wouldn't be pretty because of the way Chesterfield play. They've not been derogatory to them, but they have certainly managed to thwart Middlesbrough so far, and it results in poor balls like that one from Emerson. And then they seek to hit on the break and to win free kicks, as they do here out of Kinder. And because he's kicked the ball away, Vladimir Kinder is going to be shown a yellow card. It's the sort of thing that referees and managers as well hate. A yellow card for the Slovakian Vladimir Kinder. Kevin Randall, the assistant to John Duncan there, is still making notes. Perhaps he's planning for a replay. And Morris has steered the ball on for Davies, one-on-one with Kinder. And Davies, oh, he's hauled down by Kinder, and Kinder is going to go off here. Vladimir Kinder was booked only moments ago. It's a second yellow card for him, and Middlesbrough will contest the rest of this semi-final with 10 men. Brian Robson shows no emotion, but Kinder's attempt here to balk Kevin Davies. Look, that's where he pulled him back by the shirt, and the Slovakian can have no complaint, not having been booked so stupidly just moments earlier for kicking the ball away. And a disconsolate Vladimir Kinder goes to the dressing room. He'll suffer the taunts of the Chesterfield fans as he walks past them. Here is the free kick for Chesterfield. Morris is up there for it, and it's bundled out by the Middlesbrough defence. With Kinder still on his way to leave his colleagues to fight on, a man short. Well, when Chesterfield beat Nottingham Forest, it was with 10 men, Forest keeper Crossley having been sent off. Middlesbrough, as you can see, are altering things now by bringing on Clayton Blackmore, their Welsh international, to play in defence, and they sacrifice the Danish international Beck. Sean Dyche. For Howard, who's just missed that opportunity, but now gets past Blackmore, and they've three in the middle here. Chesterfield, Davies stabs the ball, Morris has to score! Chesterfield lead! What an incredible moment! It's Chesterfield 1, Middlesbrough 0, 54 minutes gone, and the dream is alive again for Chesterfield. Howard got away from Blackmore. The cross to Davis, the toe poke, the fingertip from Roberts, the stabbing by Andy Morris, who will never ever score a more celebrated goal than that. It would be the greatest cup upset of all time if Chesterfield were to reach the FA Cup final to play Chelsea on the 17th of May. But it's happening at the moment, believe me. Juninho, he loses out. And Chesterfield have got Steele, and they've got Morris away. Can he make it two? He will be a hero. If he does, he's still here. Morris, the keeper's brought him down. It's a penalty. Astonishing scenes at Old Trafford, and Andy Morris, John Duncan's 6'4" striker that they call Bruno, he's just won himself a new contract to get a testimonial for Chesterfield next season after 10 years at the club. He got around Fester, he got around Roberts, down he went, and unbelievably Chesterfield can go 2 goals clear. Now, their penalty hero against Nottingham Forest in the 5th round was Tom Curtis, but he's missed 2 penalties since then, so the captain, Sean Dyche, who hasn't scored a goal for nearly 4 years, is here, and he's scored! Are they on their way to Wembley? An hour's gone. Roberts can't believe it. Sean Dyche has got his first goal in 4 years. It's his first FA Cup goal of an entire career, and he has blasted it into the middle of the Old Trafford net, and maybe he has blasted Chesterfield into history. The FA Cup final beckons Chesterfield, and I think even the most ardent fan of Chesterfield predicted 1-0. They could scarcely have believed that their side would lead 2-0 with an hour played. But Middlesbrough have to come now and do something quite sensational. Chesterfield have defied them for over an hour. At the start, Chesterfield would have settled for a replay. They'd have thought that was almost unimaginable. They wouldn't want that now. But Emerson has knocked a ball through here, and Clayton Blackmore's into that area. The ball in for Ravanelli, and Middlesbrough have a goal. The comeback is on the cards. Let nobody say that Chesterfield are at Wembley yet, because Fabrizio Ravanelli has goal number 28 of his season. and it was the substitute Blackmore who did the damage. He got in there. Ravanelli bundled the ball past Billy Mercer, and Middlesbrough now have a lifeline when they needed it most. Blackmore's cross, and an unspectacular finish maybe, but just as vital as any of the goals that the White Feather has conjured up since his move from Juventus. Well, it's not the £7,000 that's been offered to them that is spurring Chesterfield on today. It's that thought of creating footballing history. News would certainly travel around the world if Chesterfield got to an FA Cup final. Davis again, the tormentor. Oh, and again he shows good pace to get in there. It's Hewitt. It's a cross goal. Howard's got another chance. Must surely do it. Morris is under the bar. It's scrambled out. And Quieting is the goal given. Ellery is waving the players back. No. Free kick has been given, but Jonathan Howard has had two of the best chances anybody could ever have. I think he was offside. He was well offside there. So it doesn't matter that he's wrapped it against the underside of the bar in almost Jeff Hurst fashion. But I wonder if Jonathan Howard is going to rue that. That's the referee's assistant, Alan Sheffield. Hignett charges on. Oh, it's a very, very good challenge back there. What a good tackle that was. Juninho, can he conjure up the one piece of magic that Middlesbrough need? No, he's lost out to Jules and he drives on. He's got men on his left. Oh, he went for the glory, Jules. If he'd have squared it, Davis was in wonderful position. And you do wonder, as I say, whether Chesterfield will be left to rue those two misses from Howard, who is on the ball now. Well, this match means a lot to Juninho. He was the one who got back there, and John Duncan is just having a word with Jonathan Howard. The concentration factor is high now, and there's a bad lapse in defence. Gives Davies a chance to hit a shot, and Roberts manages to palm it away. Well, this is a genuine cup tie in the best English traditions. Two teams going for the other side's throat, and now Juninho. Oh, past Dyche, he's balked, it's a penalty. Juninho wins it out of Dyche, and this match takes another amazing twist. Dyche, the hero, only minute to go with the second Chesterfield goal, was undone by the pace of Juninho. The little man was on his way past the Chesterfield captain. And so it's Middlesbrough whose turn it is now to get back into this semi-final. And what a match! Craig Hignett. 2-2! Belted in under the body of Mercer. And Dyche, hero to villain in the space of minutes, epitomises what the FA Cup is all about. Juninho won the penalty. Hignett drove it in off Mercer's hands, and with 90 minutes to go, it's now Middlesbrough 2, Chesterfield 2. And Davis is away down the left of Chesterfield. This surely last chance for him. Has he got the legs to take on the almost the entire Middlesbrough defence by himself? What a good game he's had, Kevin Davis. And now it's Morris. Well, if he'd looked to his right, Hewitt was coming up, but there we've had the 90 minutes, and this fabulous cup tie is going to go into extra time. And they're asking a lot of him, but again he will dance at that defence. Ravanelli, here's a chance, off the bar, and incredibly, surely Festa, that's the goal! Gianluca Festa, 3-2 Middlesbrough. And that may be the end of Chesterfield's dream. There's a smile now on the face of the manager. There are thousands of smiles. among the fans, and what a goal it is. Ravanelli teed it up there. It was smashed against the uprights by Vickers, and Festa was the one who followed in. It eluded Juninho, but it did not elude the Italian Festa. They're huddled in disbelief. Curtis knocks one in long. Morris tries to get there. Comes down. Hewitt was tired. Davis, can he steal some glory even now? It's away and out for the corner. Those Chesterfield supporters cheer and hope that there is one last twist in this amazingly romantic story. It's in, and it's Sean Dyche's head that flicks it out of play. That will be a goal kick. And even now, John Duncan, out of your picture, is organising down on the touchline, having a few words with Mark Jules. But 2 minutes is all that separates Middlesbrough from an FA Cup final, first appearance ever against Chelsea. Their fans believe they've made it. Juninho, he's been named man of the match, hardly surprisingly. His has been a towering performance. He may only be about 5'5", but is an immense footballer. Ravanelli. Blackmore's got through, and now Mercer's is out of his goal quickly enough. Headed on by Carr, headed away by Vickers. Beaumont will chase, Ravanelli will chase back, and it's in here towards Howard, towards Morris, towards Hewitt. I don't believe it! I do not believe it! Jamie Hewitt, born in Chesterfield, who'll be 29 on FA Cup final day, has made it 3-3. And this is the most astonishing footballing story that I think I've ever seen. Who could possibly write a script like this? Jamie Hewitt has given Chesterfield yet another chance to play at Wembley. And those Middlesbrough fans at the back of the net just cannot believe it. They are thunderstruck. It's only Hewitt's second goal of the season. What delight on the bench, what a story. The manager loses his spectacles, but you've seen that goal all right. And Jamie Hewitt, whose only previous goal was struck against Wycombe Wanderers, has scored against Middlesbrough. It's Middlesbrough 3, it's Chesterfield 3. And we've now moved into time added on in the most epic encounter. And Hillsborough awaits. Unless, and here comes Mark Jules for Chesterfield. And that's it. A quite glorious performance from John Duncan's Chesterfield. He looks shattered. Jamie Hewitt is hugged by his captain Sean Dyche, and the only Chesterfield-born player in the Chesterfield team has written the most romantic postscript to this game that was imaginable. When they led by 2-0, those fans were already thinking of booking their seats at Wembley. Quite extraordinary scenes. Morris and Dyche had made it 2-0, then Ravanelli and Hignett made it 2-2. The Italian Festa made it 3-2 to Middlesbrough in extra time, and with a minute of that extra time to go, this man, Jamie Hewitt, who'll be 29 on FA Cup final day, found the spirit, the resolve and the headed goal that keeps Chesterfield's dream very much alive. And aren't they ecstatic? So a quite extraordinary story here has unfolded at Old Trafford, and the Chesterfield fans dream on. So a wonderful match, epic was the phrase I used, has come to a close here at Old Trafford in the most romantic circumstances, and Middlesbrough and Chesterfield have drawn 3 goals each and will replay at Hillsborough a week on Tuesday.
Following an afternoon of high drama, Middlesbrough found it more comfortable in the replay, running out 3-0 winners. But losing the final against Chelsea further compounded the agony of a season that also saw Borough relegated from the Premier League.